think talking for intermediate who have intermediate
Yeah, it's
skills,
true.
but I think that I don't have so good level. Um,
But anyway, if you are here, let's try.
yes, okay, I'll try to speak. Um, what about me? What about myself? About my work?
Where are you from? So yeah, what do you do? Something about your family. Why do you learn English?
Okay. Um, I have a family.
Mhm.
I have a sister, a mother, and a father. Um, I like to learn English. I
Mhm.
start to learn it in this school about 6 months ago, and
Okay,
I like
great.
it. I have a great teacher. 2 minutes ago, I had finished finished
Mhm.
the lesson with my teacher. Today were we learning um, about calls, about people, and we
Mhm.
um, learn a grammar about modal verbs. Must
Okay.
um,
Mhm.
I try to understand this, and I like to learn English. I hope that future I'll be speak fluent. It's my dream because I'm
Okay, it's great. Tell me please, where are you from? Which city?
I'm from Moscow.
Oh, you're from Moscow. So how is the weather like? Is it spring already?
Yesterday was the great weather. Yesterday was summer. It was about 25 degrees. Now it's about, I think, 14 degrees in Moscow, but sun is shining and
Mm-hmm. It's great.
time. Yeah.
So you know that tomorrow we will start a session of holidays. Do you have any special plans? How you will spend these days?
Plans? Yes, I have any plans, but only in afternoon when it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe I don't understand the question.
No, no. I mean, what are you going to do starting from tomorrow? Yeah. So
Ah,
all the country will have 4 days of holidays.
yes, for days, but I will have only 3 days. Um, I have plans. Maybe I visit my country house, and
Mm-hmm.
I am planning to. I don't know how to say it in English. To choose, not to choose. Поменять резину на машине.
To change the tires. Tires.
Yes, to change the tires.
Can you see in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you for being with us. So, if you don't speak, maybe, or not ready to speak, just tell me, and you can at least listen. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Anna?
Okay, okay, yes, thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Denise, you are next. Tell us something about yourself. You are a new person to us, absolutely.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Denis. I'm 18.
Mhm.
I'm still in a high school, last grade.
Okay,
This year I'm going to enter university in St. Petersburg.
okay. Which
So
faculty?
architecture.
Oh, good. So SPB GASU, right?
Yes, yes, you're right.
Okay, my brother finished this university, so I think it's a great place.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I've been learning English
Mhm.
for 10 years, but good only for 1 year. Um,
Okay.
so last spring, I don't know why, but I decided to learn English, and now My level is intermediate, I think. What to say? I have family, one brother, mother,
Okay.
father.
So as for the weather in St. Petersburg, as far as I know, it's not very good. So is it raining or snowing?
I live in nearby Ural, and it's good weather there.
Okay. As for your plans for tomorrow, do you have anything special, something exciting to do?
I don't have any plans for tomorrow, so I will be able to join the meeting.
Okay, it's just great. Thank you so much. So we have also one more new participant. Irina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Okay, great. Hello, my name is Julia. Nice to see you tonight with us. So tell us
Hello.
something about yourself.
So my name is Irina, and I've been learning English for years, actually. And around 4 years ago, I decided to learn it properly, finally. And so I went to some English school. And after a year there, I decided. I started asking them questions. They couldn't answer me. They were a little bit annoyed and irritated with my questions, and they advised me to go further. That's why. Team, that's the application. This year, I graduate university in linguistics.
Okay,
And
great.
yes, so English now is my kind of my specialty now. I just
Great.
want.
So do you
Yes,
do you have it as your work? I mean, do you use it somehow?
yes, I use it. I help my husband when he needs a translator. I have some students, little students, from 3rd and 4th grade, and I like it very much. But actually, why I applied to Skyeng is the reason was that now universities there is a lack of conversational trainings, really, because we all speak very academic English. They teach us very, very academic English. So my American tutor from Skyeng, he said, yes, your academic English is very, very good, but we don't speak that way. Really, we don't speak like that. Yes, so that's why, and we need practice, of course, because we read text that classics mostly, and nobody in America or England speak this language, so they don't use these expressions, these idioms anymore, or it's very, very old-fashioned. So that's why I'm here, and it's and practice is very good, always.
Yeah, it's great. So tell us, please. I didn't hear if you mentioned that. Where are you from?
From Moscow.
Oh, from Moscow. Okay, great. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you will enjoy it. Really.
Thanks.
Okay. And I have my dear friends again. Konstantin, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
So what's new with you?
Nothing new.
Nothing new. So do you have any special plans for tomorrow? Sorry?
Sustainable situation.
I think it's great. Yeah, so good news, no news, good news, as they say, yeah? Okay,
Yes.
so any good plans for tomorrow? How are you going to celebrate the first day of May?
I think I'm trying to remember how it was when I was a young man. The International Day of Trade
Labor.
of Labor. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's true. Are you going to demonstration?
No, because there are not any demonstration. I don't have any specially planned, and by tomorrow is Friday, and I have some workout at in evening.
In the evening. Okay, so no barbecue, no playing badminton, something, I don't know. No?
So I prefer my workouts will change.
Replace all that, yeah?
That, yes.
Okay, I see. Thank you anyway for being with us, and it's just great to see you again. Thank you. Tatiana, how are you doing?
Hello, Julia. I'm well, very well.
Very good. So yesterday you participated as well, right?
Yes.
So was it okay? Was everything fine?
Yes, it was great, and I had two nice I spoke with three nice girls, and yes, it was great.
Okay. As for your place, are you going to celebrate the 1st of May somehow?
Yes, today I also have a day off, and I have unfortunately not three days, and I'm going to Ljubljana. It's
Okay, I remember.
yes, it's 5 hours by train from me. Yes.
And when are you leaving? When are you leaving exactly? What time?
I live in Linz. It's Upper Austria.
No. I mean, when are you departing? When are you leaving?
At 9 o'clock, and I will come there at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
Okay.
So 5 hours train.
What about the weather there? Is it nice?
The weather is very variable, and for example, in the morning it's very cold, only 10 degrees. Then in the afternoon, maybe we can have 20 degrees, and in the evening again cold. And so I catch a cold a little, and yes, because sometimes I put on some light jacket, and temperature drops. Yes.
Okay, I see, I get you. Thank you anyway for coming and for joining us as well. So, my dear friends, as far as I understood, everybody here is somehow learning English, or maybe learned it before and now just trying to keep up the level. So I would like each of you to share with us this story, how you started learning, how was it at first, what methods you used, what was good, what was bad. So try to summarize it in a little speech, each of you. Okay? Denis, can you start, please?
Yes, I can. As I said, I started to learn English 1 year ago. I used, I don't remember the name of site, Lingorio. Have you heard about it? Lingorio.
Yeah, sure.
That's a good site, and I learned grammar quite quickly, but my speech skills isn't so good, and that's why I'm here to practice. What about mistakes? Or
tell me, please, which aspect of language do you find the most difficult for you? Speaking, writing, listening, or reading, maybe?
I think speaking. Other is quite easy for me.
Tell me, please, what prevents you from speaking fluently? Do you have a kind of barrier, or you don't have enough vocabulary? What is the problem?
I know many words, but I don't have practice, and I think that's it.
That's the reason. Okay, I see. Thank you. Irina, what about you? You are my colleague, so I think it's a stupid question to ask you.
As far as I understand, I already shared my story.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's maybe But I remember my experience in reading in English. It was really very tough because my first book in English, around 3 years ago, I I'd been reading it for 3 months.
Okay.
It was very, very difficult, and but it was curious because the only thing that kept me on doing it was the story, because my little brother, he brought me a book, and when I finished, it was in Russian, and when I finished reading this book, I was actually disappointed because it happened to be a trilogy, and I was very curious and very interested in what to do, what will be the continuing, because it was very abrupt end of this book, and the second part of this trilogy, it wasn't translated into Russian.
Okay.
I was so curious that I had to force myself to read it in English. It was not very big, just about maybe 200 pages. So now it's not a problem for me at all. But then it was really great problem, and I read it for 3 months, and I was, oh my God. But then when I didn't know that it was a trilogy. I just wanted to finish this story and know the end of the story. And when I finished the second part, the second book, I know, oh no, guys, are you kidding me? I have to read the third book, and it's not translated either. So it was, yes, it was great. So now
tell
it's
me,
not
please,
a problem to read.
Yeah, while reading, do you use a dictionary to help you?
Now not, but it's not because first of all you have to understand our general idea. But if I meet some words very repeatedly, very often, and the word just start to scream, "Hey, you don't know me! Look in vocabulary. What do I mean?" Then I look in vocabulary. I look in dictionary, not vocabulary, in dictionary. What does it mean? And that's the way to remember. But as far as I remember, first of all, when I started reading English some little dialects of my favorite books that I knew very good in Russian. But for example, I knew very good from my early years. I knew Jane Eyre. Of course, it's a girl's book, and it was one of my favorite, and I knew some parts of it, some passages just by heart. And I was very curious how does it sound in English, how it was written in the original. And then when I discovered that there was much deeper sense in English. There were just some undermeaning there that it very difficult to translate into Russian. So because translators, he always had to choose some more appropriate version of translation. So then you read an original, you see all the meaning the author had to put there, wanted to put there, and it was very, very interesting.
Yes. We lose a lot when we read some translation or maybe adapted version of the books. Yes, right, you are. Okay, thank you. Konstantin, as for you, how did you start learning?
Far along. It was far along. So now I try to count it, and it started 27 years ago.
27? Are you sure?
And I started to learn English in school, but Soviet school is not very. In Soviet school, in a little industrial town, it's not very good place to speak English and to learn English. Then 2 years without have any teachers. Then I decided to pass the exam in English, and but teachers decided to make a strike, and it saved me.
Right.
Then I learned English in institute. In institute, my mother worked in institute, and teacher of English speaks with my mother and say that I have some abilities and some abilities to English, and but I don't. But I missed. I missed 50% of lessons.
Why did you do that?
Because there was 6 classes, and it starts near the 5 o'clock p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and it was very late. So it was a rest lesson, rest subject.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go to the. Then I went to the Moscow, and I worked here, and I was working here, and I just in case I found an English school near my working place,
Mm-hmm.
and I said about it to my boss, and my boss said that he paid for my education,
Mm-hmm.
and he really paid for only one semester, only one part.
Okay.
But then I learned 2 years, and after it I sent in my work. I don't know, can I speak it in English? I sent in my work, and
What do you mean exactly?
so I worked very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything. Only one. And
You
I
didn't
forget.
do homework.
No, I work in a farm, and we built we project. We make project of build of rebuild of 2 great buildings, one by one, and it was very hard work, and it was very fun, actually. Then I forgot everything. After did something. I try to learn by myself, and then in this year I felt what is it, the middle age prizes, and when I so, uh, when I thought how can I go out from these prizes, I decided uh, so make uh, uh, make post time intentions in video
Mm-hmm.
would be very good. And I found the Sky. It was very it was случайно. It by case. And
You found us accidentally, yeah?
yes, accidentally I so it was very accidental. I found something in internet radio, and found the interview of your marketing director, and I decided, and I heard this I've heard this thing, and I decided that I thought that men who give up Yandex for Skyeng, I thought it was not. It didn't make a mistake, and men like this isn't make a mistake very not very often. And I found Skyeng, and I'm here.
So you stayed with us, and now you are here, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. You know, I didn't expect you to say something like that about middle age crisis, and I'm very happy that we helped you somehow, you know, to I don't know, to feel ease, to feel relaxed a little bit. Okay, thank you for your story, Tatiana. What about you?
Well, I started to learn English at school in 5th class, and that time English accompanies me maybe all my life. Sometimes I I learn it very intensive, but sometimes it's I forget about it. During my journey, I tried many methods and approaches how to learn English. I visited some English courses, took private lessons with native speakers. Also, I visited many conversation speaking clubs. And now I'm on the next level. I take English lessons over Skype and take part in our Skype internet sessions every week.
Yeah, and we are very grateful to you for participation. You are our constant visitor. And
yes,
so
maybe I begin to feel maybe me is too much.
No, please do not say that. No.
Because really, last time maybe I'm a little bit crazy and I take part in all.
You're not crazy. I think it's great. You have so many chances to practice. I think it's wonderful. And you know, maybe it's not correct, but I do not try to correct you heavily. I want you to feel free, absolutely, and just to express yourself. That's why we are here, and maybe we will change our approach in future. But for now, this is as it is. So I want you just to feel relaxed in a friendly atmosphere and just to share some ideas with guys who love English. And I understand you absolutely, because I was the same. I used to be like that. I was absolutely crazy about English. And of course, and now I understand your, inspiration and why you want to be here, there, and everywhere.
Yes, you give a great opportunity to communicate us, to practice our speaking skills. And I'm a little bit surprised because you have maybe hundreds of students and just only 10 persons every week join your meetings for
You know,
free.
this is what surprises me really, because people are not ready to speak. Some people are shy. But anyway, I do not understand. I think that if you want to learn to speak, you need just to speak up. That's it. I don't know any other way how to learn to speak. You just need to open your mouth and say something. This is what I think personally. Okay, Diana, have you finished your story?
Yes, I am short.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I understand we have only half an hour.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Anna, would you like to say something?
Yes, yes.
Okay, come
I have been learning English since school. I like it, and I remember that my dream was um, to study in a linguistic university. Um, um, from, from ninth class, I my great teacher was I had a great English teacher, but since ninth class she left school, and I forgot a lot of words, grammar, and I didn't have a practice for a long time, and unfortunately my dream yeah, isn't wasn't realized in life, and I didn't study in linguistic university. But after I finished school, I visited English courses. But I visited it several times, for example, and in example 3 months I can stopped to visit it, and about 6 months I don't read something, or I don't learn any new words, and of course I forgot a lot of information in English. And last year, yes, in the summer, I was in Italy, and I introduced with foreign people, and I understand that I really like to communicate with foreign people. I like to speak. It's very interesting for me, and I decided, and I came back to Moscow. I find a school where I can to improve my skills, and I can to speak. And Sky English, I don't find it myself. Sky English will find me. It was a story. Yes, I was working with my friends in Park Gorkio, maybe you know, in Moscow.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and some boy, he come came to us, and he said, "Do you want to speak in English?" And I said, "Yes, of course. I just now looking for school." And in several days, somebody called me and offered me to learn English in Sky English. I decided to continue learning English in this school, and I'm very glad that I'm here. I have a great teacher, and hence now I continue to learn.
Okay, okay, I see. Great, thank you for your story. I think everybody shared a really nice experience, and I'm almost blushing. And today, I'm as a representative of the school. You said so many nice and warm words. Thank you for that. So my next question to you is, what do you like about English as a language? And also, I would like you to mention things that you don't like. Maybe you see them not logical, or maybe too difficult to understand. Denise, can you start?
So I think English is fairly easy language, по крайней мере,
At least.
at least easier than Russian, if I was foreign. I don't see any difficulties, except speaking. So.
Are there any things that you don't like?
No, I think there is no such things.
So you enjoy English in every possible way, right?
Yes, I do.
And tell me, please, when you enter the university, are you going to continue learning English just in case? Maybe you will need it in future.
I think I will practice English at least via Skype, to talk via Skype, and to talk via Facebook maybe, or other networks. I like it. It's my hobby, and I will continue to improve my skills.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Great. Irina, what about you?
Actually, it's a very difficult question. It's maybe a little bit weird because I can't imagine. I just think about different languages, Russian, French language, and I try to imagine what can we like or do not like in this language. It's maybe difficult some aspects of the language for understanding, but I don't know what can we like or do not like in the language.
Do you like, for example, how it is structured? I mean, does it sound logical to you?
It's very logical, and it was very difficult to understand because it's a very analytical language, and it was very difficult to understand for a Russian speaker, for Russian native, because our language is quite different. But when you grab this difference, when you grab these peculiarities of the language, and when you deep there, you just wonder, why didn't I understand it earlier? It's very easy. But as one of my teachers says, she says that if you want to know the English language properly, you have to grow up a little Englishman inside yourself. So you have to learn how do they think, really, because they have very our way of thinking, our manner of thinking, it always reflects in our language. So to understand verbal tense, understand verbal aspect, you have to understand how they think. To understand even prepositions in English, it's very interesting. Why the way they use prepositions, and when you understand it from the point of view of their history and of their cultural code, it's very curious and very interesting. It's very easy.
Yeah. That's all. Okay. I see. Thank you, Konstantin. What can you say us?
So I didn't think about it, and so I think it's very interesting to speak because in Russian actually I speak with long phrases, with long words, and in English on the contrary I speak with little words, like little spheres. And so I in the situation is the English is the science and popular science language, and if you don't and one of the most so one of the most advantage of knowing English and of English, like maybe maybe it's fluent. I forgot. So
what do you want to say?
The quantity of information in English is so huge, and if you want to you want to know something except Russian, you should know English. But I think it's advantage of English like language, but I know that Russian more precisely language. We can English speakers say that Russian is very precise, not very, I don't know, very passion, and very precisely. English, I don't know. I like the process that I speak another language. I think next will be French.
French, really?
Yes, French.
Why French? Why not Spanish? ¿Por qué no quieres hablar español? ¿Por qué? Why don't you want to speak Spanish, for example?
Spanish is too hard people for me.
You think? It's absolutely easy. It's so passionate. I love this language so much.
And there is another. Yes, my daughter have some differences to learn French, and I have to help her, and I don't understand how they speak, because they have endings in the verbs on verbs, and I don't know how to English. Спряжение.
Yes. Okay, but we are not speaking about French tonight, so let's just skip it. I have a very little question, just personally from me. What's the name of your cat?
Her name is Marta.
Sorry?
Her name is Marta.
Oh, very nice. Because she was jumping just behind your back. I love cats so much, that's why I asked. Okay, thank you. Tatiana?
Guys,
can you please, Tatiana, I'm so sorry. Can you please switch off your mobile, because it's really disturbing. Okay.
Can I just before tell a little story?
Yeah,
because
sure.
Some years ago, a young girl joined our company, and she is German. And I discovered for me that actually we don't speak French language, we imitate it, because our mouth moves in different way. For example, when she came, I spoke with her. I asked her, "How are you? What is your name?" And I told her my name. But I spoke very simple phrases in German. but she didn't understand me at all. But then came other woman who is German and repeated the same, and she understood it very clear. But yes, she's dumb. She cannot speak.
Okay.
And after this moment, I understood. Yeah, exactly. I don't speak foreign language. I just imitate its sounds. And also later, I tried to do another test. I have now for many applications. We have a loud voice. And when I use Russian language and I, for example, I use to-do list and I tell my task in Russian, I receive exactly correct inscription what I said. But if I speak English, usually I receive a wrong test, very incorrect. And so after, no, I don't know, maybe just in my case, I understood that I don't speak English, I just imitate it as it sounds. And
So
in English,
what can help you to improve the situation?
I just practice and again practice. And for me, English, it's I'm a very practice person, and for me, English is a tool. It's a door. Now I can say that English, it's of course it's international language of international communications, and it's a door in a global world. If you speak English, you receive access to all information in the world. You can touch any person. You can communicate with anyone, and you don't have any problems at all.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
And also,
now
English,
what do you think? Sorry.
And also, English, when we learn English, it's we just not only learn old words, grammar, and phrases. We communicate with other people. We exchange our opinions, and we speak on different topics. And we can also to get a very useful information about this person and what they think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you totally. Thank you for this addition. Okay, Anna, what do you like and what don't you like about English?
I can't say what I don't like in English. I like this language. I like English pronunciation. I like English people. Yes. I try to improve my skills. I try to every day see the several friends in English. Then I have breakfast or lunch. I watch TV, and it's a little practical for me. Also, I try to listen music in English, and in Moscow we have a radio in English, and in the morning when I have time I also listen it, and try to have practice on Lingualeo as Denise he uses too. There are a lot of good videos, and I can learn there new words. So I like English, and I also like German language. I don't know, but I would like to learn it too in future. And that's all.
That's all. Okay, I see. Thank you. So my next question to you is, Tatiana mentioned that English is a kind of tool that she uses every day. I would like you to tell us how you use English and how much of English do you have on a daily basis. Irina, can you start, please? Are you here? Irina? Not here. Denise, can you start?
I missed question.
So how much of English do you have every day, and how do you use English in your life?
So I talk with people all over the world, different foreigners, but not every day because I have to study, and because I have exams in 1 month, and I think 2 times a week I speak.
Yeah,
Or
I understand. What about music? Do you listen to it? Do you watch different films in English? Do you, I don't know, read books in original?
sometimes I watch films. For example, I've watched one yesterday. I don't read books. Maybe that's all.
Why don't you try reading books? Have no time, you're lazy, I don't know.
Uh,
What stops you?
I used to read books, but I don't have time, and maybe I don't know what to read.
Oh, okay. But if you have a chance, I really recommend you to read. It really enlarges your vocabulary, and it gives you a clear idea how they organize their sentence. I think it might help you. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Konstantin, as for you, how do you use English? And how much of it do you
Oh,
have?
by the way, I interrupt you. I
Oh,
have to go now. It's time to sleep for me.
oh,
So
okay, okay.
next time.
So thank you for participation. You can join us every time when we have speaking session if you have time.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. So wish you
Bye
good
for now.
luck. Bye. So Konstantin, sorry for interruption.
So now um, I now I have a not high level for to understand everything, but uh, mm, uh, since February I started to understand my beloved, my favorite songs. I started mm, to to hear words and sentences uh, in Pink Floyd and Rolling Stones. I see I hear it so quite often. Also, I or when I am reading a book. I try to read. I try to read J.R.R. J.R.R. Martin in original, but
Oh.
it's too. It's too.
I think it's too complicated, right?
Not complicated. It's too difficult because it's very sad fairy tale. Uh, do you know what is who is J.R.R. Martin?
I heard this name. Actually, I haven't read the book, so I can just trust your opinion about it.
I think you maybe you see the series, the Game of Thrones.
Oh, sure.
Yes, J.R.R. Martin is the man who.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why it sounds familiar. I love this series actually.
And but I try to read some interesting books in English, and I try to read and also try to write with in in LinkedIn with my colleagues from other countries. I don't know what countries they are. One from South Africa, one from Poland, and so on. It was very interesting, and I have some I don't know, пользу какую-то поимел. And also.
So it was useful for you, yeah?
It was very useful, and I will try to find a job with English, and I think I will try to find I will try to find job not for money, and I think not for money, for not for interesting. I think I will try to find a job for develop my language, and then I will so future is.
So time will tell. Yes, time will show. Okay, but I think it's a very good goal that you have. Yeah, some job connected with English. Why not? Okay, Tatiana, as for you.
You know, I live abroad, and so for me, English now it's has a very important part of my life. Maybe some years ago it was German, but now I switch to English, and for me English now it's language of communications. I communicate in English at work. Also, I have many friends who are strangers like me here, and we usually communicate in English. Also, at work I speak with my colleagues in English. I write report, do my calculations, my statistical analysis in English. Also, I use most part of my software in my computer also in English. You know, it was very interesting because when you use everything in English or in Russian, and then you open Word, for example, Word or Excel, and you cannot find a very simple functions because you just see on icons. Because you look.
I think you should trust your motoric memory or something like that, because the hands will work in a proper way.
Yes, especially in the beginning, it's very challenging, and also I would like to give you a tip. When you travel, now is very popular free walking tours around the cities, and also they exist in Moscow. When it's a very, usually they are very interesting guys, and they show you and tell you about this city in English, and it's for free. Then you can give them so much money how you want or can, and I have this experience, and now I try to use this opportunity every time, and I find it's very interesting.
Because you have it.
Because last time I used it in Budapest. Also, I took these tools in Prague, and now I checked TripAdvisor, and these tools exist in Moscow. Because now the majority of our participants are from Moscow, and yes, it's a great opportunity maybe to listen about your cities also in English.
Yeah, I think it's great. Thank you for this tip. I think it's very useful. Yeah, why not? Okay, thank you. Anna, what about you? Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, great.
And the question was about how many time I spent on English.
Yes. How much, not just how much time you learn English, but how much you use it. in your everyday life? Maybe you watch films, listen to music, I don't know, have any friends abroad and you try to text them in English?
I try to learn English every day, but sometimes I'm lazy, I hate myself, then I don't learn English, but I know that I must do it because I want to speak fluent. And I try, as I said, I try to watch films like Serial Friends. Every day I try to learn new words. I drive in a car every day, and I have a notebook that lay on my next seat, and I driving when I stop the car. I try to read several words and try to um, remind. And
Remember.
yes, I try to remember several words and in several meanings I repeat it, and it's a good practice I can say because this case or case possible option.
Yeah, this is the way, this is the method, yes, how to learn new words.
This great method to learn new words, and if I have time, for example, in the evening or in early morning, and if I repeat it, I learn these methods a lot of new words. I have twice a week lessons with my teacher, and unfortunately now I don't have friends who live abroad with whom I can practice have practical English every day. But I hope that
But I think, yeah, I think nowadays it's not a problem. You can find them anywhere.
yes. I try to.
Yeah.
I have several friends. I met with boy in Italy. He from Germany, and but now he keep quiet. But in future will be practically.
Yeah, maybe just try to keep in touch and maybe he will appear, he will turn up again. And my dear friends, for us to finish our speaking session today, I would like each of you to share your recommendation. What is the best way to learn English, in your opinion? What works best? Maybe it worked really good in your case, or maybe you heard about that and would like to share with us. Konstantin, what do you think? What's the best way to learn English?
The best way
Yeah.
to find somebody who will pay you salary for your education. And
really?
this person should ask you for this salary. That's very. And then the methods, ways, some other things will go with it. Will go with this money and this.
Have you personally found such a person?
No, it's a dream.
No.
I think I'm too adult for this.
Oh, don't say so. It's not true. You are just fresh and young. Forever young, I would say.
Not so old, but so adult.
Okay, I see. And if to speak seriously, what do you think? What works best? Maybe combination of some things, or just practice, practice, practice.
You know, to guys who wrote the the book More Than Ben, Больше Бена. They get the tickets and went to the London and lived there for years. So I don't know, like men without addresses, like people who wash dishes, like so building workers and some other thing, but they know English. And another best way, like Tatiana, live abroad, speak English with everybody, and
Yeah, yeah, I think it works best of all when you have no other choice or just to speak English, and that's it. Okay, Tatiana, what do you think? What can you recommend us?
Of course, at the first place, it's a motivation, good motivation. If you have it, so you move mountains. And I can say from my experience, for example, before my moving in a German-speaking country, I tried to live very active German. But now I can say that I use German only for one thing. When I go shopping and I should say a cashier, hi, I don't have a discount card, and goodbye. That's all. For everything depends on yourself, because if you want to speak, you will speak everywhere. And for example, again, in my German experience, I spoke more German in Moscow when I live at home, not when I moved in German-speaking country. And yes, it was very surprising for me. And so it's a myth, I can say. Yes, and for learning, I cannot give a good advice. We're all different, and for me, it's the best. I have a good visual memory, and when I see information or read it, I remember it. I memorize it better than when I listen to it. And what else? So just to put a great goal and go to it. And of course, practice.
Go to it. Tana, please. Nowadays, there are many courses who promise you to be able to speak English just in 1 month or maybe in 3 months, and that's it. Do you believe in such miracle?
Yes, yes. Maybe for 3 months you can get only basic skills in communications. It's in French language. It's again, it's depend only on yourself. What level you want to reach, and what goal you put for you. Ahead, yes. Ahead.
Okay, I see. Thank you for your vision. So, Anna, you are the last person tonight to speak, so just tell us something positive and really motivating.
Motivating. I agree with Tatiana, of course. Motivation.
Okay.
The motivation is very important. And if the person have a goal, for example, now I don't have a big goal to learn English. I just like it, and I believe that in future and in soon I will be speaking English very good. Of course, a lot of practice must be in our life if we want to speak and to have good English. I heard that when you see films in English, it's a good practice because if you can try to understand how English people think. And in English, there are a lot of phrasal verbs. It's not sometimes difficult for me to understand. But I think if I'll be to see and to listen a lot of English text and to see a lot of films, at the end I understand what they mean.
Okay, I see. Thank you for your ideas as well. So, my dear friends, I would like to wish you a very nice holiday time. Maybe spend it with your family, with your friends, or maybe just you with your thoughts and ideas in your head. So I would like the weather to be brilliant and to be warm and sunny. And as usual, I will see you next week. If you have a chance, please join us because I'm waiting for you here, and I would be really glad to see you all. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for participation and see you next week. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.